Come on. Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your ear.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Pharrell. Pharrell's here.
That's not Pharrell.
This ain't Pharrell?
No.
Charlamagne, you are so rude.
Not for
I
nothing
can't,
when you walk by the window.
I can't deal with this man.
Charlamagne, look, he was like,
Yo,
that's Pharrell.
Oh, that's not Pharrell.
No, that's not
It's
Pharrell.
not for real.
You get that a lot?
Nah.
Sebastian Mikael.
It's the hat. It's the hat. It's cool. Like, I've gotten it before, but I don't get it a lot. You know what I mean? Because I've been wearing hats like this for a long time, too.
Got you.
It's not a bad person to look like. You don't want to look like Charlamagne. That
Could
would suck.
He could have said Charlamagne.
Could
Then
y'all
I
say,
said your feelings.
could y'all say his name?
We said it.
Sebastian Mikael.
Oh,
She said
okay.
it. She said
Got
Sebastian
you.
Michael.
What you think it was?
Sebastian.
What?
He doesn't do his homework up
Because
there.
it's two first names. You know, two first names isn't good when you're an artist. Like Sebastian Michael. Like just drop the Michael.
A lot of
be
artists got
Sebash.
two first names.
The Bash.
Why the bash?
That's
Well,
hot.
anyway, Sebastian
Goodness
Mikael,
gracious.
congratulations on Speechless, your debut
Thank you so
album.
much.
I actually had a chance to see him perform, and
Yeah.
I was with all my friends, and they were having a great time. Everybody was dancing in their seat. You know, they didn't know what to expect because it was their first
Right.
time seeing you perform, and it's a really different experience.
It is definitely. I mean, it was fun because like we trying to like mix in because I play guitar as my first instrument, so I'm trying to mix in like playing guitar, performing, and then also having like a real entertainment, like fun, energetic show. You know what I mean? So that's really what we're shooting for.
And it was great because
Yeah.
we could really hear your voice.
Yeah.
It's not like the music is overwhelming your voice. It's
That's
very,
good.
It felt like a little throwback-ish, kind of.
It did. I'm definitely trying to bring back something that's more old school, but then mix it into my world and my generation.
The performance is very important for an R&B singer.
It is.
You can't be like a rapper. Rappers just can stand around, rap over tracks. I like to see
Walk back
R&B
and
singers
forth across the
perform.
stage.
Yeah. No, that's true though. Like that's like as an R&B artist, that's the most important thing. Like if you can perform live, like you last for longer. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And especially this song with Wale, that was a huge song, and I don't think my friends didn't realize that was you. That
I
song
saw
was
that
probably
because when that
bigger.
song came on, all your friends was vibing. And I got up, I was like, oh shit.
They was like, oh, okay, yeah, now we get it.
Yeah.
Now, hold on, who was at the show? Was it just Angela and her friends? How'd you know?
He had some bad friends.
Oh,
over
okay.
there. I was like,
Yeah, I banged
No,
a few
we
of
sat
them.
right in front.
I banged a few of them. Who was he
yeah,
with?
you did.
None of the ones that were there.
She
Oh.
was with Nikki.
Oh, no.
Paris.
Why you say that about Nikki, yo? You man. I hate you, man.
And Paris clogged up a toilet, by the way. She ate some Krispy Kreme donuts in Myrtle Beach and took it number 2 and clogged the toilet. Clogged the toilet so bad they had to come fix it from downstairs.
All right, now I had a question for you because during the show you said something and I was a little confused.
Okay.
You talked about your girlfriend that you left behind in Sweden that was your main supporter, that was like your rock.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't he go back and get her?
Well, that's a good question. Honestly, it was a long time ago. This is like over 3 years ago, even more, like about 4 years ago. So, I came so far, like, and I just focused on doing this by myself. You know what I mean? That we just kind of like separated and we haven't really talked. You know what I mean?
You might have another
Round of
girl
applause
now,
for you. Round of applause. Because once you get signed and you start growing and your career starts
I
growing,
knew
it's
this
time
was
to move
coming
on to new vagina.
Nah,
sir.
that's not what it was.
There's different levels to this vagina, man.
But I mean,
That's
you,
not what it was. Nah.
You gave her props for holding you down, for being the main person
Of
supporting
course.
you. And I was like, why didn't he go back? Or you just didn't talk to her anymore?
Nah, well, she's seeing someone right now, first of all.
Damn.
But then, yeah, but
He
that's
ain't
not.
Sebastian, though. He ain't the bash.
But it's like that's not what it was. Like honestly, I look at it like this. Like now, more and more, I'm seeing how hard it is to find someone that's loyal. So that's like why I took that into like, you know what I mean? Like you start realizing what you have more and more the older you get.
So do you try
that's
her?
what
You
it
still
was.
holler at her? You still call her? You
Nah.
still text her?
Nah.
What you
Nothing?
mean the older you get? What you, 20?
Nah, 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always feel like people that grew up like overseas, like in Sweden, they feel a lot more mature than people here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
You know what
I
it is?
don't
I feel like when we go to other countries, like you guys have speak different languages.
Yeah.
Like we don't
duh.
go. No, I'm saying we don't go to Germany. I mean, obviously, Emmy's never left the country, but I'm saying we don't go to. If you go to Germany or if you go to Paris, they speak English.
Yeah.
But we don't go there and speak their language. I feel like a lot of people are like bilingual, trilingual.
Yeah.
But a lot of people here, like Emmy, do you speak other languages?
Yes.
What?
Spanish.
Let me hear.
¿Cómo está usted?
And we already know Charlamagne barely
That's
speaks
great.
English well. But what
No,
I'm
don't
saying
try to
is-
deflect from the fact that, okay, we know people in other countries
I'm
speak
saying
other
they-
languages. We
They
know
can speak English, and we always, I think, assume when we go places, people can speak English. Like,
Yeah, I mean, to me personally, like I came when I was 18, so for me, I just lived there for a while. And, I was so young, so I kind of just adapted. When I first came, though, I had an accent. Like, I still have an accent, but I had, like, a thick accent.
Mm-hmm.
So you were born
like
in Sweden?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm born and raised over there. So when I first came, it was, I had to adapt quick. And plus, I didn't know any Swedish people, so I had to just kind of, like, get around and just learn the language.
I feel like Quincy Jones, didn't he go to Sweden and get married?
Yeah. He got kids in Sweden.
Yeah, a lot of guys, I realize, love women in Sweden.
Yeah.
Why is
beautiful. They
How
beautiful.
Sweden women?
They're blonde,
Swedish.
got blue eyes.
Swedish
They look, you know what I'm saying?
I love Nubian white queens.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Oh, stop it, you perv.
You like America better than Sweden?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Why?
It just fits me a lot better. You know what I mean? Sweden to me is like, they're dealing with a lot of issues that, it kind of like held me back. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, they're dealing with a lot of racism. They're also, it's a smaller country too, so they kind of like, they're trying to keep this like network of like, we don't want to see nobody like get that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to keep everybody equal.
Could you
like a
have pursued-
socialist type of, mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Could you have pursued a music career in Sweden?
That's the thing. I feel like I wouldn't have gotten anywhere, and probably wouldn't have made any money. So that's why I came over here, because I knew that I'm not really going to get anywhere, and being able to do it over here, I can kind of do it on that level that I saw myself on being.
So how'd you get signed?
YouTube. I was doing YouTube videos. Not a lot of like covers. It was actually more like original material. I used to go out on the street, play. Like, I was a street performer for a little bit.
You moved from Sweden. You had no green card. You needed to make money.
He went to
You got you
school
a
there.
bucket.
Yeah.
Played the guitar. Collected change. That's the story. It's a great story. I like it.
Nice.
How'd you get Wale on your joint? And then you also got Rick Ross. How'd you work with those two dudes?
I was in Miami last year, and I was just cutting a bunch of records. And then the style of records was like, I wanted to take something that had like a retro feel, something that was old school, and then mix it in with like something that was new. So I kept, I didn't want to like follow any of the common trends of where people were going R&B wise. So I didn't know who was gonna, flock with the music or whatever. But when Wale was like the first person that like really like liked the lane of music that I was trying to go for. So we came up with the Last Night record together, and then after that, I linked with Ross for the third single.
Right.
Yeah,
The tattoo Afro-Ram. What's that mean?
it's not Afro Ram.
What is it?
Afro.
Afram. What's that mean?
It's an African dialect. It's actually because I'm half Ethiopian, so it's an Ethiopian dialect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so being signed to Slip and Slide Records, we all know,
Slip and Slide.
What?
I ain't heard that name in a while. I love Slip and Slide. Slip and
Yeah.
Slide. I'm from the South, though, so I grew up on Slip and Slide.
Of course,
records.
yeah, definitely.
Did you know a lot about Slip and Slide and their whole legacy and hip hop?
Nothing. I didn't know nothing.
You don't know Nan?
Nah.
I'm trying to say that.
I know
N-word
now.
no more. Yeah.
I've met Trick. He's funny. He's a cool
He's
guy.
funny.
You ever smoke bunk with Trick? Bunk is weed and coke mixed.
Don't do it.
Have you ever smoked a blunt with Trick?
Nah, I didn't smoke with Trick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably
but
the smartest decision you probably ever made in your life.
yeah, probably. But personally, like, I didn't know nothing about Slip and Slide, but their vision of like what they was trying to do, and they already kind of felt what I was trying to do music wise. Like, I came in with a mixtape, so they really they was really liking what I had already, so they just wanted to go, and that's why I really signed with them, because like most people was like, yeah, we like it, all right, cool, we want to sign you, but then we want to keep you on the shelf, and then we want you to do something different. But they was just like, yo, we just want to go right away and just push your music.
So you had other options? There was other labels that wanted to sign you too?
Yeah, we did a bunch of meetings, but
Okay.
they were definitely the label that I felt most comfortable, signing with.
Oh, did you meet Trina?
No, I haven't met Trina.
Is Trina even still on Slip and Slide? Probably
I
not,
don't think
right?
so.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
No, I haven't met Trina though. But she used to be on Slip and Slide.
So you went from Sweden to Miami?
Nah, I came to LA first.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I moved to Boston, and then in Boston I got signed. So I never lived in Miami. I just went back and forth because the studio was down there, so we just kept traveling back and forth. And now I live in New York. So
How did you meet the folks from Slip and Slide in Boston? YouTube? They reached out to you? Or?
yeah, it was just through YouTube. Like, they found me
Okay.
online, and then just flew us down.
Dope.
Which
Yeah.
is amazing, because
Yeah.
a lot of artists always ask, how can I get my music heard? That's the main
Right.
thing that people always come up to me and ask me, how
Yeah.
can I get somebody to hear my music? How can I get a deal?
Right.
And I always tell them, you got to perform, you got to post your music on YouTube and do whatever it is,
That's
and
what
people
you gotta
will.
do.
If you're that great, somebody's gonna find you.
And that's true. Like, I feel like I didn't want to wait and trying to get, because I used to do that. I used to write music and see if I can get the music placed, and then nothing would happen with those songs. So I was like, man, rather just put these songs out myself, and you know what I mean, and do little videos for them on YouTube and stuff like that. And that's how we got signed. So that worked out for me.
Have you made any money yet?
A little bit.
It's a grind.
I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm not making money like that yet, but you know, I'm moving forward. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
How'd you end up working with Tiana Taylor?
I've known her for a while. She's you know, she's definitely the homie, and she we have some mutual friends and stuff. So she had heard last night, and she liked the song. So we just linked up and just started vibing on music. And then we came across a duet song that I wrote, and I felt like would probably fit her. And then she liked the song, so we just cut it. Okay. Yeah. She's dope though. She got a lot of good music. I was very impressed actually when she played me her music.
Yeah, we actually like
very
Tiana
impressed.
Taylor a lot up here.
She's the homie.
Yeah.
Last couple of songs.
Yeah, she's dope. I don't know if y'all heard the whole like album with like
Nah, we
a whole
haven't heard
bunch
the
of
whole thing.
songs.
Heard songs, but she's dope.
It's dope. It's really
So
dope.
what's the plan for Sebastian, Michael, now? You going on tour?
Yeah.
And
You got to do a homecoming concert back in Sweden.
I don't know.
do they like you there? Like, do they embrace you? Or
That's the thing. They don't like me over there. That's the problem. Yeah.
Why?
Like, nah, but you know, I never.
left?
Nah, not really. They just don't really acknowledge. Unless it's pop music or rock music, they don't really acknowledge.
Yeah, Swedish is big on the rock music.
Yeah, like they don't. It's certain like smaller urban communities that will like, you know, reach out and stuff like that. Like, oh, this dope. That, you know, we like what you're doing or whatever. But Sweden in general, they're not gonna start pushing or start supporting you unless you're really hot or you do pop and rock music. You know, so that's why I kind of just, you know, they're not an artist. I mean, they're not a country that would claim an artist from their country like that. You know what I'm saying?
Until you
What
have a
inspired
huge
you
pop
to-
song, and then
Yeah, if I do a big pop song with, you know,
would you do a big pop? Would you want to do a pop song,
Nah.
or you want to stay in?
not
the,
a EDM, not a flow. I wouldn't do that.
Never say never. Got to go with the money.
or they
at
might
some
just
time.
take that
But
song
it's
and
not-
turn it into a EDM song. you
They
know?
can do that. They can remix any of my songs to do that.
Go
That's
right ahead.
cool. Yeah.
So what inspired you then, like over in Sweden? Like, did concerts come over there? Like, what made you want to do R&B music over there?
I mean, personally, it was my parents.
Okay.
You know, my mom was listening to a lot of like soul music
Gotcha.
growing up. So, you know, just hearing that growing up, I just kind of like, it just stuck with me. You know what I mean? And the other music that that was playing in Sweden at the time was like a lot of Europop. You know, a lot of that, like, you remember like Aqua and all them like little pop groups from back in the 90s. That was everything that Sweden was about at the time. So I was just interested in that style of music, and I kept working on it, and I was just curious about how to create it. So that's how it started.
So you never had a boy band in Sweden?
Nah.
Oh.
Never had a boy band.
Now, call me geographically challenged, but Sweden and Switzerland, two different things, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. So the album's in stores right now. Tell me the name of the
Speechless.
album.
Album is in stores. It's crazy.
What's the name of the album?
It's called Speechless.
Speechless, and we appreciate
Why
you
the
joining
title
us.
Speechless?
It talks about my whole journey, coming from Sweden, coming over here, and like my whole struggle trying to be an artist. And honestly, you know, growing up, I was getting a lot of like people would doubt me, and I used to have big dreams, and people would kind of like shoot me down and like, yo, like it's not gonna happen, because you know where I'm from, people don't really come out of Sweden. You know what I'm saying? People don't really move. So you know, this has always been my dream. So finally being able to do this is like a blessing to me. So I just named it Speechless because that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
That is true, though, because I don't know nothing about Sweden. I know Swedish
Yeah.
fish,
I've been to Malmo
This guy
before.
right here.
Swiss
Oh, you been over there?
Yeah, I've been to Malmo.
How you like it?
Oh,
It's
goodness
good because
gracious.
I've been on tour, you know, before, and I know
Yeah.
after the tour, when I worked for Wu-Tang, the guys all wanted to go back to Sweden.
Oh, you was with Wu-Tang out
Yeah.
there. Yeah. They popular out there. Like they be. One of my friends was actually opening up for them on the whole tour, and they was going through Sweden and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they were
Yeah.
like, after the tour, we back to Sweden.
Yeah, they love Sweden.
Wow.
Real.
Charlamagne's like, I gotta get to Sweden.
Yeah, man.
And I don't want to be there. Sebastian don't want to be there. He from there. Why would I want to go there?
Nah, it's different if you go. It's different if
If
you
you
go over there.
visiting.
Yeah, if you're visiting, it's way different. Yeah,
All right. Well, we have Sebastian, Michael. We appreciate you joining us,
appreciate it, man.
and it's the Breakfast Club.